से बोलो आदि शक्ति माता की जय. Let's all stand this morning as we do Arti for Devi Durga, as we are about to read this morning from Devi Bhagwat Katha. Everybody, please put your hands together as you all come hold your tally, your Arti book, and everything else as your custom. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam mayam Deepam grihana devesham Trailokyatimirapaham.
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया पार सुपारी बजाना पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ले तेरे भेद चढ़ाया ले तेरे भेद चढ़ाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया चोर तेरे अंग विराजे चोर तेरे अंग विराजे चोर तेरे अंग विराजे चोर तेरे अंग विराजे केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया ब्रह्मा वेद बने तेरे द्वारे 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 शंकर ध्यान लगाया शंकर ध्यान लगाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मजे सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मजे सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मजे सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मजे कलियुग राज समाया कलियुग राज समाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया ध्यान भगत मैं तेरी गुण गावे 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 मन वांछित बल पाया मन वांछित बल पाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
Let's chant verses of the Devi Bhagwat Sumiran. Gauri Shambhu Gira Guru Govinda Ganapati Gang Govinda Ganapati Gang Sumire Vyas Bhash Karta Devi Katha Prasang Shasudeha Mati Mati Vishaya Sritita Jo Jagamat Matina Lekat Jai Rupako Mati Prirak Dhyan Sakala Nigama Udasamani Trileka Jagavan Madhu Bhavani Ke Charana Namo Namah Sukhakan Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samhita Namaste
Namaste Namaste Namo Namah
Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samhita
Namaste 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 Namo Namah
Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Jaya Rupa Samhita
Namaste 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 Namo
Namah Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Swaha Swadha Namostute Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Everybody please have your seat. This morning as we do our final session of Yagya Satsang, we enter into Devi Bhagwat where we hear about a form of how the goddess is explaining some of the work she does. In singing praise for the mother, when somebody says, how do I celebrate, as a Hindu, how do I celebrate anniversary? You call upon the lady who was there at the beginning, the witness. The witness is the person who sits in the ring, the person who blessed the bower, the person who sits on the little chain or whatever in those early days was given, as simple as the clothing, simple or fancy, that sari that they just give, the little gift, the first gift you get in your wedding from the husband. Devi is there. And the husband is praying, dear God, please bless and protect what is mine. This is mine. You have given this to me. Bless and protect it. Bless this bond that we have. This bond is symbolized by ring and different things on the body. Sindoor is one of them. Dear lady, this morning in this family, we celebrate a momentous occasion of this anniversary. And as we celebrate this anniversary, Ma, we want to understand a little bit for the blessings of all present, how it is work. Many people think when I have good days, happy days, Mother is there. For example, we've been doing puja. If I see a little drizzle of rain, Mother happy. She sent a nice sign in the environment, a nice wonderful shower rain. And there is a little indication to me and you that God accepts what I offer. But in this section, Narad Muni wants to understand how does the Devi work in a person's life. How to identify where Mother is actively working in my life. There are many people, it is reflected in Gita this morning. As we close in, we have to do some Gita. In Kali Yuga, people start to think, he says in one section, that I work for the money, I build the house, I win the person. Two people are fighting, let's say in court, or they have an issue, in their case, on the battlefield, I win the person. Just as we heard about Arjun thinking he could do it himself, it have many people that don't see the linkage with God in their day-to-day life. He says, please tell me a little bit about my mother. I know she looks like Durga, I know she looks like Saraswati, I know she looks like Lakshmi, but I don't see those forms in my life. Could you please tell me a little bit of how she works in my life? Could I identify this lady? This morning I want to tell you a little bit about one of her forms called Shasthi. Let's enter as Narad Muni is about to get the answers from Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu himself says, let me describe to you the inner workings of the goddess in the lady, in her body, how she works inside. Last night we heard how wonderful Hanuman come and float down and he worked his miracles. So many things happening outside of your body. But if the question became, how do you see God here? Sometimes you could miss that. Sometimes you beat yourself so much, you think, I ain't good enough. I'm not at that standard. God cannot live in this vessel. Maybe God could live in other people, saintly people, holy people, better people, but not this person. And Lord Vishnu decides to give the answer. Let's hear what happens. Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram. Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham,
Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham.
Sarva Charitra Vipraye Desho, Priya Priya Brataye Prota Devi Tam, Shashti Mangala Channiye Aati, Manase Prakati Kali Upasit, Charita Shrotam Ye Tattva Par, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Shashti Parye Nasa Shashti Etam Balak Ye Aati Aur Ye Atam Matrika Kusme Vishwaye Aati Devase Nachaye Pranatam Pradite Sankalp Skandaye Atav Sita Ram Ram Ram,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram.
मुझे प्रेम का अमृत पिला दो प्रभु, मुझे प्रेम का अमृत पिला दो प्रभु, सीता राम राम राम,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram,
said, I have heard about Mangala Gauri. Mangala Gauri is a form of Durga that when people see a delay in getting married, they're having a horrible time, waiting, disappointment. I get into a relationship, but disappointment. Mangala Gauri is made popular when Sita Mata first sees Sri Ram in the city of Janak. She runs and she goes to worship this form of Devi, but on a Tuesday. Mangalvar is the Hindi word for Tuesday. Mangal Gauri is the Devi that's worshipped on the Tuesday for the purpose of procuring a good person, happy marriage. He says, I've heard of the form Manas Devi. Manas Devi is the daughter of Lord Shiva, one of them. Manas Devi is that lady we worship, or we call her Nagin, the serpent that is worshipped for Nag Panchami. In that puja, Narad Muni learns about how people do different type of sadhana. There is tantric, there is very sattvic, clean, but there could also be different ways a person could pray to get help, depending on the nature of the help that is necessary. He says, I've heard all of these wonderful discourses. Now, I have heard there's a goddess that lives in the womb of the woman, that lives in the bosom of the woman, that does some very different work that is unique for the lady, that brings about the blessing of children, that brings about all forms of stability with children, their health, their lifespan, etc. The love that they cause within a man and a woman. All these things. I've heard of a form called Shasthi. Now, Mahavishnu, please give to me that discourse. Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham,
Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham, Radhe Sham Sham Sham.
Ayodhya Pradhan Balake Datri, Rakshaye Karaniye Satatam Te. Shishupaye tam yogani siddha yogani tasma pujana vidhi pramate tasme sahita shrunuye yati. Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram
Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram,
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Today, this morning, let me be very clear. Everybody says, this is my body. I am in charge. Sit down. Good morning. I'm in charge of this body. I'm in charge of my body. At the very onset of our conversation this morning, no problem. Inside of Angie Mami, right? 28 years ago, she get married. But talk to she when we finish. When she in your position, the typical girl knows she likes sliced pepper in her doubles. That's all you know. That's all you're interested in. Anybody could eat anything they want. Once I get my sliced pepper, it's good. Then you get married to a boy. And then you start to remember what he like in he doubles. If he like fry aloo, somehow, she start to like fry aloo. Correct me if I'm wrong. You like fry aloo now? Think what I'm saying. You within yourself, watch how you evolve. If we celebrating, understand what we celebrating. I know my father, he like curry aloo. But then I meet this boy and he like fry aloo. And I start to make things to suit him. And when he eating that fry aloo, me I care for the curry aloo again. A long time. That my father time. I like what he like. And you start to enjoy that. And I love that now, you know. I never did like it before, but I like it now. But then when she come, how come you forget the fralu, you forget the slide pepper, you forget yourself, throw away yourself. I forget he too. He get abandoned. And I start to love something else. Watch how love is evolve. For every lady here, I just talking from what I hear. You just learn to love somebody more than you love yourself. You're sleepy, but you might still go and massage the head if the person feeling sick. Then when this gets sick, oh boy, no sleep now. A different kind of fear. I see how you panic when we're doing the little prayers. It had some coconut on the Krsna. And the lady afraid. I don't know if an earthquake was coming. Don't let it fall. But inside of the person, what gave you the anxiety? The first day she starts school, the kindergarten, the first day you start the new position. Think with the anxiety now. Why? Why are you anxious? You going to do it? She had to sing a bhajan this morning. Okay, I understand. The mic in your mouth. Okay, afraid. I have to do it. That would have been you in your single days. But now somebody else in life have you feeling anxious. The first day, I wonder if she will make friends. I wonder if anybody will be mean to my child. I wonder if she will get through the SEA exam. Throughout this thing, your heart was up and down, up and down, up and down. How much of that you do? How much of that you tell yourself, it's my body, it's my marriage, all right? I will learn to love Fralu from today. I within myself, when he eating, I have to sit down and eat with him. I want to pack the lunch bag with the best. I want to put enough. Because you in your father's house, will I say, I had to get up to cook that Saturday. Narad Muni says, inside of this lady, there's something that we worship. When we say the lady is God in Hinduism, it has some truth to it. Because the lady evolves. You don't plan it. You don't see it coming. You didn't wake up one morning and say, from today, I'm going to love somebody more than I love myself. But it happened. And in our text, it says that is how the miracle of God works with a person. It's just sometimes it happens so quick. Where you tell me yesterday, 28 years fly? It happens so quick that I grow, but I never realize it. So Narad Muni says, I realize that something happens in the lady, the same lady that was once a girl, a young woman, a senior person, an aged lady. There's a transitioning of love, of her body, different things happening. What is that discourse? Tell me about that. Let the person learn about the self. You're celebrating. What you're celebrating? How you grow in this marriage, in this house, in this family. A gift that only God could give you. Because if you couldn't do it, it would not reach where it reached. Truthfully. Some people, yes, God bless them, they become parents. But if they have a hormonal imbalance and they have postpartum depression, for example, you make the baby, but you don't want to hear the child, you don't want to see the child, you don't want to touch the child, you hate your own child for no reason. Just, the hormones are lining up, so you're irritated. But God didn't do that. You're still baby in this one, till this age. So it's something inside of you, because really speaking, if we analyze every time she burn her roti or do something foolish, you back in your father's house, not now, then, you'd have hit you to clout. Move from here. You will not have the patience you have now. We celebrating what? How you love, how you have patience, how you do it. Because it's not just that you did it, it's you alone know how you survived 28 years. How when it had plenty salt in the pot, how to fix it, and the day it didn't have salt in your kitchen, how to live through it. Narad Muni says, in all of these things, tell me how mother assists the person. You ever went in the kitchen and say, what to cook this morning? Who you just be talking to? He go say anything you cook, I go eat. She just want food. Somebody just tell you, oh, it have karaili in the fridge. I'm going to go and cook karaili. Something is be talking to you and guiding you throughout. Hinduism shows you it in different way. For example, a big part of a lady is her bosom or her breast. And in our prayers, this breast comes to play a lot. The day the boy getting married, the mother just go by the wedding car and touch. This is the last time I go feed you. When the first time come now and the baby make, and maybe it have a little pinch or the milk are flowing, they just go by the bale tree and pick one of the picker. And they will say, well, ladies will do it amongst themselves, right? And jar the chest to clear the nodule so that the milk must run. You back then in daddy house is your body, eh? Watch how God is work. If I want light put on here, I'll go and hit a switch and light come on and control. It's your body. Which part the switch day where you start to make milk? Think what I say. You something to cry and milk start to make, right? The switch on. And then somehow the child growing, milk take off the switch. Milk stop. If a person happen to lose their life in the sea, the father helpless, the child, whatever trouble, difficulty, whatever the scenario. But the lady, even life come out the body, they missing so long, we know the person passed away, 10 to 1. The mother just go with the left breast and they just take the salt water and pass it, but you give me this to nourish this child. You give me bone, not just for myself, in my bone. Make a whole skeleton now called Popo. And now look, this happened. Please give me back what is mine. This body, this child is mine, and I want to do my final rites. From this part of my body, and you let the salt water drop, return this corpse. And you will see, up the road, down the road, somewhere that body going to come back from the ocean. But the key is this. In different parts, in different places, this part of the body. Last time we talked about the garba, the womb. So much magic is happening in the belly. How from two people come a person, and this person does make you feel you didn't love anything before you did Hashi? Think what I'm saying. The patience you have with this person, you ever have it with nobody else. You will forget here and all. If it have one piece of roti over your 28 years, one piece of roti in the kitchen, how you will forget your hunger and say you eat, make sure and full your belly. And you good enough. If I come and raft the roti and I didn't leave any for you in the kitchen, you'd have vexed with me. But inside of you don't vex with this one. Something given you all this ability. But sometimes, and I explaining it, because the same thing that's happened to everybody, but we don't pay attention to it. We just, well, they're natural. Until the day come, you can't do it. Not everybody just get to hold something in the belly. Not everybody just get to make milk or feed the child the milk. Not everybody gets to live to see the child grow up. And in this growing, you growing. Narad Muni says, tell me about the goddess that is in charge of this part, the breast, the womb, the mind of the lady, the body of the lady. Tell me about this deity. And Lord Vishnu says, because she is 1/6 of the energy. When you see people lighting diya or they have the coconut, what we worship in there inside the coconut or outside in the diya light is the true form of God. We believe that diya light shows the light that lives inside the dog, the human, the tree. It doesn't have to look male or female. So who is the God then in charge for the dog? Or if it has so much a planet, maybe God look like different, half lion, half man, in a different way. But in this form, the energy that power everything, like electricity. This is why we hold that light and that coconut so precious. You are the true form of God before man could make these man-made murti. 1/6 of that form is called Shasthi. Shasthi is the presiding devta over the infant, children, while within the body of the mother and outside. She is the bestower of daughters, of sons. She is one of the Matrika, and she is the wife of that one who is called Kartik, or the son of Lord Shiva. If she is happy with a person, a girl can preserve a pregnancy. Into this world will come children that live long and make parents proud. Night before, we spoke about the role of children, boy and girl, in their acts, in their doings, when they do good and live good and approach life with a little etiquette, how they could uplift parents' life, boy and girl alike. This Devi keeps children close to her, and so long as they are close to her, they survive. Imagine if me and you got ants bite now. We have sense to move the ants and then scratch can pass. Suppose I can't lift my hand. Suppose I can't talk like a newborn. Pain, suffering, I can't help myself, and I can't say, Mommy, I need help. But in your time, maybe it was different for you. You went to school to learn maths, you went to school to get driver's permit, somebody had to teach you, right? How to operate the fancy microwave or stove. Somebody had to show you what to do. Who tell you? All right, Mark, it in a different way. I come, you had prayers, Angie was small. And Anthony crying. And I say, this child hungry, boy. You ever hear a mother say, nah, Babs, you see that cry, that child ready to sleep, you know. That child want a honey, will somebody pick it up? Who tell you that? How it is, you as a lady who never went to school in baby school, you understand, not English now, you know. To cry and you know what this person is saying. That communication is happening, and that unique to the mother and the child. So you growing now, you developing. Sometimes this one famous, hungry. When he hungry, grumpy. That one can't knock the drum. The mother will say, chuck this in your mouth. Eat something, you're hungry. No more, good. Eat something, you're hungry. You ever find yourself in that situation? Sometimes we're big and we know where we need, but you know where we need. Who teaches you that? He says, this mother is also responsible for the knowledge that the mother in particular, but also father, the compassion, the sympathy, the empathy, that the child pain is your pain. The child joy is your joy. Them win the race, you sit down sustained and crying. Them get the trophy, you feeling proud. But I don't feel like that for everybody. I could go and watch the Olympics and cheer on and feel good. But mine take part in that. And I feel a different set of emotions now. Pride, crying, afraid somebody wish him bad or whatever it be. Afraid somebody watch them hard a vex. Different thing happening with me. I'm never really getting to be stable. You're always like this. Up and down. Because of this other person's life. So much things happening in this mother and father. Please tell me, dear Prabhu, it is such an amazing thing to hear that there's a lady, there's a goddess that does these things. It is true that within this factory, listen to the word, this factory called the mother, that she is able to farm out, create so many things from the meal, the love, homeliness, happiness, joy, safety, the sensation that your mother with you. Don't worry, go ahead, cross the road, I'm watching you. You ever heard somebody say that? And the fact that she watching, she holding your hand, you know, but she watching you, somehow that make the difference. This lady could give encouragement. This lady could bring a sense of calmness. He says, please tell me where this goddess originated from. Let's hear what he goes to tell him. Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharanam.
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 Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam.
Bhakta Malini Churuye tasya pyasam bhavahe ye dadara tam cha sa devi deviyatam द्वादश मासे तट पड़ते जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम
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 जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम
जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम.
He says the story begins with a queen, ripe with pregnancy, big belly. And at this time, there is no puja when the girl is pregnant in Hinduism. 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, we're doing prayer. Last night I said we do puja. We really don't believe anything. Baba make my churn, but I didn't make the mind. In the 3rd month, when there's a lump of flesh, bless the brain, bless the spine, the nerves that are forming. We don't want autism. We want normal. We want normal behavior. No schizophrenia, no multiple characters, none of that. Take away those troubles and bless us with a nice, normal baby. Go forward, 6 months. The organs forming out. Liver, kidney, heart, no hole, no shortcut coming, none of that. No missing toe, missing eyes, hearing impairment. We don't want that. Bless this baby to form perfect. 8 months now, Shasthi Puja now in today's world is done. But this, at this time, with this girl, this didn't exist yet. Shasthi Puja, the girl is nervous. The first time she going to make baby. She going in and she don't know what to meet. I've never been in this scenario before, so fear is there. Please, dear God, the father does the prayer because the girl belly big. So she can't sit on the baby, maybe throwing up, running, washroom, whatsoever. She can't stabilize herself. So daddy takes over this Durga Puja and he's offering different things happening now. God bless the baby to come into the world safe. Bless this child to breathe. Bless the lung to heal. They do it in the 8th month. Please let the child pass 8 months into 9 months. Let the lung form properly. The last thing to form. Bless the girl, my wife, to go and make the baby. Not too much of blood loss. No surprises unless she come out. Bless my wife, bless my child. That is Shasthi Puja. Malini is pregnant and she's saying prayers to a God that she doesn't know the name, but she's saying, dear God, sit on me, sit within me and protect this child. Bless me. And as time passed now, it was time for baby to come. Tam drishti rurure sarva nayangscha bandhaversira murya veta tamyate putra shunaye ati jaya bhole baba tab sharana
जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम
jaya bhole baba tab sharana
जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम
jaya samba sada shiva tab sharana
जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणम.
Narad Muni, sometimes in this life when things are going good, a person puts their hopes up so high. This mother to be this mother to be is in the same position. She's planning, she's preparing, she's making, she's putting, baby coming, and she has all hope. She's so sure that everything is going to go perfect. Her husband is called Priyabrat. He's a king. And they have all plans of this child when this child come into this world. But oh Narad, sometimes the happiness gets tapered. It gets pulled back. Bad things happen to good people on a daily basis. Something is going to come now to Priyabrat. Hardship, pain. Let's hear what happens. Yo yo rajan grihate bhalak ruruda tatraye kamtare putra kritaye vashyati naya nitya he rajan jaya bhole Baba tab sharanam.
Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bole Baba tab sharanam.
Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva tab sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva tab sharanam. In 28 years, how much time I get disappointed? How much time you thought the takari in the pot would have come out good and it burned? How much time you thought I could trust this person and they disappoint you? How much time you we could have this, we will get that, and you get disappointed? This lady had all this hope and aspirations, and when the baby comes into the world, the baby would not open his eyes. Big baby, developed baby. Says the child is of a golden hue, bright. But when the lady's hand had the baby is limp, no light. And she holds on to the child and she starts to bawl. Not one day you go open your eye for me to see your eye. Not once. If the father gets to see the eye of the daughter, that day he gets liberation. That is the day he knows he did something good according to your dharma, according to your faith, to inherit a Devi. This Devi will go on to make him proud. This Devi will go on to get him, when she is getting married, the opportunity to say, I trained you and now I'm giving you into this new family, and they get more blessing. But not one day this Malini gets to see the eyes of her boy. She holds him to the breast as if she gets to fulfill her duty. God, you give me, she starts to hit her chest. She says, you give me breast, you give me bosom, you give me the equipment, but not once I'll get to use it. I will never get to feed my child. And she holds her son right here, the dead, lifeless body. And you could imagine the cry, you could imagine the wail. The king, anxious, pacing outside in the corridor, when he heard the cry, comes in. And when he saw she's bawling, feeling she doesn't know how to tell him what is happening, but he already sees and he already knows. He starts to cry. He goes and he holds on to the child, realizing that the sight of this child is causing anguish to the wife. The father has to be strong. One of the strength that this lady gives to the father is a strength, a sense of direction to lead the family. Now that sounds very easy until the day you have to go and face a snake or a bandit. Imagine a snake come in the yard. Everybody run by daddy. Daddy get afraid. Daddy had to figure it out. Where the cutlass day, where the stick day, we're going to deal with this thing. We cannot back. He gives them the strength not to be a coward. Mommy has her strength, but daddy has his strength too. Very silently planning. The days are going good. Okay, let's have a medical kit in case of emergency. I'm going to sharpen this blade just in case. I'm going to put rat poison just in case, to make sure we don't have those crises. Daddy has that vision, that foresight to do what is necessary. And to be honest, if the child sometimes want to go a little wayward or lazy, daddy has to be the one to say, you know what, you have to do is right, otherwise we'll have trouble down the road. God gives this man this strength to do what is not what he wants, but what he has to do. To support the family, to make the sacrifice that is necessary. But when the person does not act in today's world, where you don't live 28 years together, many people fall apart. Many people fall one side. Why? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I got married to you. I fell in love with you and I saw the hope. I saw the possibility that you would do all that I think you could do. But it didn't work out that way. So you're celebrating 28 years? 28 years of keeping your word. 28 years of doing more than you said you would have done. The father lifts up this lifeless body and he says, give me my son, pulls him to his chest, and he walks out of the room. For the sake of his wife, he decides to deal with the body. In Hinduism, when a child like this happens to come and the life is not there, the funeral is a little different. We don't burn the body, we don't take out pinda, we don't put tikka and perfume like what we do for you and I. In this case, this child never said a word untruth or did anything of a sinful nature. So you take the body and you go to bury one time. This is sinless. This has no issue. So you wouldn't see the 10 days, the 13 days, the pinna, all of that. They just bury the body and move on. And when such time come, if you want to do something, you can do what we're doing this morning, Gita part, or a Shanti type prayer, peace bringing prayer for the benefit of those that are alive. Prayer but holds on to the body, but he does not want to put down the child. Narad, while he is walking on his way where the body is going to be disposed of, he is talking that dear God, as a warrior, as a politician, he does a lot of Devi prayers. And he's speaking to her, even in this moment, dear lady, dear mother, what type of burden is this? It says you test your children on a day-to-day basis, on a regular basis, so that lessons could be learned. What is the lesson in this? Why give a person hope? Why give them the ability to have the hope that one day they are going to see the beautiful eyes of their child, only to rob them of that opportunity? What sin did I do that I would never see this child's eyes flutter? Mother, I believe in you. I believe in a miracle. I believe in your power. Please bless me if it is possible that I could see my child's eye. In this way, he is talking and walking slowly, and this lifeless child is in his hand, and he continues to pray until such time that in his journey, a goddess appeared in front of it, sitting on the lion, have just the trishul in her hand, dressed in white. Let's hear what happens when he sees this form. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Brahma Devaya Tam Kanya Devaya He Maheshwariya Tam Manasa Data Des Ilahe Matrika Vasudhaye Yatam Skandaye Bhuyate Subratayayate.
Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Sukham Dukkham Baya Shlokaye Nataham Harshikenaaya Mangalamevaya Cha Sampatayate Vyapiteshwaryaha Sarvasuvita Karma Karmayate.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
She says, O king, my name is Devi Sena. My other name, Shasthi. I got the name Shasthi when I got married to Skand or Kartik, the son of Lord Shiva. I am one of the Matrika. People worship me from time to time in that form. In this form, I am the one. When a person doesn't have children and they do my worship, they could get children. When a person cannot have wife or husband and they're praying for that spouse, they could attain that type of blessing. Not only get somebody, but get somebody good. Get somebody worthy of saying, this is my better half. This is my chariot in this life. This is my vahan. This is my charioteer in this life. That type of person that could bring about pride. When a person doesn't have wealth or prosperity or good luck, they do my prayer and they're able to see change manifest in their life. When a person cannot get work, people pray to me and they start to get work. The person starts to gain happiness when they have pain and fear, anxiety, sorrow. They gain in joy, they gain in wealth, they gain overcoming all forms of enmity and adversity. But all of this is not given just like that. Let's hear what she said. Karmane gunaveshwara karmayaham karma ye jagadam yikaye ayah karma ye bahudya ye bahuyaham karma palyayate karma rupayada.
Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. He says to her mother, so if you are the person that distribute this type of blessing, is it that you do not like me? Is it that I am somehow scorned, shunned, damned because of who I am? You know, you have your favorite and then you have your kind of behavior because we have bias. Is it that's why I'm going through this? Under what basis? This is a good question. Under what basis do you, God, administrate joy to some and sadness and suffering to others? This morning we getting up, we're going to finish satsang just now and eat all that nice food you cook. Imagine in the same world, under the guise of the same sun the same sun, yes, Surya, but the same God we all worship. There are other parts in the world where people are seeing their children blown to bits in places where it have war. They are fighting amongst themselves now to get food. The way how other countries squeezing them, they had to throw the food in the sea with a balloon and pull it in like fish so that they could get rice and other things to cook. Same God looking at everybody. So what, you like some and you don't like some? Some people going through sickness, hardship, difficulty, and some people have too much. What is the basis for giving some and not giving some? She says, the results of a person's karma. Karma as a Hindu is paramount. It is what I do. Karma is how I give, so I get. For every action, there's a reaction. If I do good, good will come to me. If I do bad, bad will come to me. If a person inherits good karma, if a person commits good karma, then good karma will come to them. The day the person feeds a little child, they will have children. They will have grandchildren. The day they give clothing, the day they give assistance to somebody who has lost a loved one or a dear one. I hear you have a death in your home. I want to just contribute a case of water. I want to help you in your time of need. Don't worry, that karma will come back to you, that you might not have to go through such a loss. As a result of karma, people inherit, they live to see the death of their children. Or As a result of their karma, they live to see that their children could outlive them. A person enjoys the fruits of their karma in this life. If a person has good karma, the child or the family could be qualified, well formed, or the child could be deformed. The child could be downtrodden, never lucky to get the interview right, the subjects right, money right. You see it sometime in brother and sister. We grew up in the same house, we come from the same parents, but one way and the next one different. We is brother and sister, and you so different. But the difference is karma. Disease comes from karma. When you see a person free from disease, or you see a person riddled, life short now, nobody plans to get cancer. Maybe if she like plenty ramen soup, well, eating microwave, take where you get. If you like to put your cell phone by your ears like your godfather, well, we got take where we get. But 10 to 1, a person inherits something and you want to know. The question is, God, what did I do to get this? Nobody in my family have cancer. How I get it? And the answer is given that of because of your karma, it could come. But if you do good prayer, if you give charity, if when things are good, you do good, then the same predicament you find yourself in, or prayavrat, cure, remedy, it remedial is it is possible by doing the right karma. This is stated in the Veda, and it is the most powerful rule that the Hindu follows. Then Priyavrat looks to her, then, dear Devi, tell me what could I do that this dead child in my lap, by your grace and blessing, could come back alive. Give me my child, give me a method. And whilst he listened to her discoursing about the nature of the prayer, when a person does this type of prayer, on the sixth day, let's say the girl pregnant and you want to say a prayer, take the moon, new moon, full moon, check 6 days. On the sixth day, you do Shasthi Jap, Hawan. Hawan could be done with sweet rice. And she's explaining all of this, how to get happiness, how to get a healthy child, how to make sure the bones form properly, the eyesight form properly. There's so many details. And when he was finished listening to all of these things, he started to chant the Bij mantra of this form. Everybody say Om Hring Shashti Divyai Nama. That magic mantra is used by women, by fathers to be, and then parents. Dear God, bless this child. This child had hard. Oh God, imagine a child growing up and they don't want to listen, they don't want to eat the food, they don't want to pick up the book. At different points, different hurdles. But the prayer of the parent is the same. Dear mother, get into this child and please make them better. I believe in them. I see the capacity. They could do it. But they are the limiting force in their own life. And if I leave them there, well, they're going to remain right there. If I would the type of parent, oh, you don't want to eat food? No problem. Do it. You don't want to take vitamins? No problem. You do, babe, you ever hear somebody say, when the child grow up, I'll let them choose which religion they want? No problem. The child should choose if they want to take booster shot too. If you want to put on pampers, if you want formula, you want formula today, just for water, way you feel. Choose that too. At some point, it has a decision to be made, and this is the role of mother and father. And spirituality, morality fall in your yard. God gave you the job. He gave you the heart for this particular lane. And if you all had dropped the ball and didn't teach you about time management in the dance class, where we're now talking about, to do the schoolwork, do the housework, and get up and practice your dance. Remember to smile. Because in life, you have to do everything. Dad, you could fight what in the prison? When you reach by the door and you still had to smile. Think about that. If it was me, after I have a hard day, me, I want to talk to nobody. I grumpy for spite. Miss Amelia, dark. You could have been hungry. You could have been tired. And I still had, look, daddy reach home. Mom, look, dad in front. And you still have the time and the love for that. As straining as it is. You fail the exam, you pass the exam. I still love you. I still training you. I can't do it, I'll get a godfather for you. Guru. I can't do it, I'll get a lessons teacher for you. I can't teach you dance, somebody will teach you dance. So you inherit now the right assistants. You pull them for who benefit. That I show you learn all the dance move, going to all them dance recital. But you use it. The day I see you do so, I gotta get up with you. So much with this learn for who benefit. To remind you when she practicing, you're doing it wrong. You're pulling a shortcut for me. Come on, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. This is where the pray. And if you watch it 28 years, you stop praying yet? It's 28 years you had all of this, but when you start to get and you amass what? Not house, not money. Those things are important, but it serve a purpose. The money was buying food and clothes and preparing she for life. So these my real treasure. My family is my real treasure. And you give me that. So today I celebrate that. And I celebrate that with the prayer that I've been saying all these years. To have it and then keep it. Everybody put your hand together. This father started to listen, and as he was saying the prayers, sometimes when you get so into your job or your moment, you start to cry, you gush, a complaining, a quarreling, a vex with everything that happening in my life. And the one person that go understand, that go listen, is the same God that put in the test in your life. Namo Divyai Mahadevyai Siddhaya Shantaya Namo Nama Shubhaya Devasenaya Shasthi Divyai Namo Nama Varadaya Putradaya Dandaya Namo Nama Sukhadaya Mukshadaya Shashti Divyai Namo Nama Srishtaya Shashtaya Swarupaya Siddhaya Namo Nama Mahaya Siddhayoganaya Shashti Divyai Namo Nama Saraya Saradaya Cha Paradivyai Namo Nama Baladrishtaya Divyaya Shashti Divyai Namo Nama. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Verse to verse, Mother, you are the source of my happiness. Today I admit, if you're not standing with me, I would be deficient in so many things. It have some people, as a pundit, guiding people, and maybe you're seeing children. One little thing in their life, and they're in crisis. For example, CXC. I failed one subject, but I passed 9. You know you go focus on the one you fail. Mommy might be the one to say, but babe, you passed 9. And the same person now, when you talk like that, you know what? That is true. Babe, the boy, the girl, break your heart. Don't worry, hold on. You're going to feel better just now. You're going to be okay. This is going to pass. And somehow, mother, you just bring peace of mind. The person who crying, the person who dead because the love break them, the person who ready to kill themselves, let's be honest. And that day in your mind, mother, you just take it out somehow. I didn't know the day I get over that person. I don't know when it happened. As a parent, I don't know when this child became normal, but I see one day she was eating, and I see one day he started to talk, and he sat down with me and the father, and he was laughing. And that little moment, that little grooming, that it happening. Today I see my child back to normal. Thank you, God. Mother, without you, I realize there's no part of my life that I would have something. This is what he starts to see. And I realize that today, without you, I cannot be a father. I cannot be myself. I cannot be happy. I cannot do nothing. And I acknowledge your presence in my life. That is what that stotra says. Till today, people, when we have the Shasthi Puja, this is the prayer that is recited. You know, like the Chalisa or something is happening. That this is the prayer that I acknowledge you. You give me these things. Please give them to me. Happiness, peace of mind, the ability to sleep, etc. In this way, Priyabrat went on praising Mother. And for that little time whilst he was in his prayer, he forgot all about the child. And he just focused on the love, the role that Mother plays in his life and our lives. And for that little while the mind went into the devotion and he got lost in his prayer, Mother smiled because of the trueness. You are not doing the prayer only to get what you want, but to know as you mature in your prayer, as you grow up in your prayer. And I just praying to you because I see what you do for me, not because I want something. You know what we do? Dear God, I'll give you this. If you let me pass the subject. Dear God, I'll give you this. It's a barter. It's a deal. I'll give you this if you give me the job. And one day you get a little more mature in your prayer. I just want to give you this. Good. Thank you. I see everything you give me. I can't do it without you. And there will be something else I need. I depend on you. But the person doesn't be so hungry and give me, grab. In this moment, I see a nice flowers on my tree and I brought it for you. Because you're so real. You so deserve this. And as you grow in life and you grow in love and you grow in your relationship, you grow with your relationship with God too. Could a 15-year-old you pray like a 40-year-old you? Couldn't be. And that evolution of your prayer comes from this form. He says, Ma, today I gain knowledge. And I thank you for the person that listens to the discourse of Shasthi and Priyavrat, this father. That person is spared just by listening to this discourse. From the hardship of being barren, the hardship that is caused, such as barren or loss of child, that is caused by sin, past sin accumulated, that is one day going to manifest in the hurtful scenario like what this man is in. The person who could remember and hold on to discourses like this, the goddess dances in such a person's life that this person's life becomes a playground for her. She's welcome in that home, in that person's existence, and she lives there. If a lady who has to bear a child, if that child is going to die, if that child is going to be damaged, and they recite this stotra, they say this prayer, goodness and good things are going to come from her body. If the father and the mother both listening to this katha with devotion, this story about this child, all illness in their life, all illness in their children, sickness, suffering, loss of prosperity, to get back barakat, that goodness, that tage, that good things follow them, is possible and is granted to such people. Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. As the father is praying, Mother smiled, and with that smile, as she's still standing above him in the sky, with that smile, a little boy's eyes started to flutter. And by her grace, the miracle of life was possible. And the little boy opens his eyes. The father is able to see the eyes of his child, and with the shock that I couldn't believe this is possible. How is this possible? She says, this is the power of your prayer. That what is impossible could become possible. If only the person would hold on to me when things are rough, when you're going through your different hills and hollows of life. Hold on to me. And what you do not think, what you do not feel is possible, that could happen. And when you see it happen, like in this case, you become now an ardent speaker. You could tell anybody, you say a prayer, it is work. You can't get pregnant, say a prayer, that could happen. You feel you get sick, pray, that could fix. Only when you go through a moment like this, what we're describing here, then you could talk like that. But if there's a little child in the prayers and you just know it like a parrot, to me, and you only, I hear somebody say it, so I say it. I hear somebody do the prayer, so I do it. But you never experience the blessing or the presence of God in your life, or you see God work in your life, in your body, you wouldn't understand this connection. For 28 years, somebody worked with two all you, giving all you what all you have. That yellow clothes you're wearing, it fit. You know why? The yellow represents the dear light. When you see the dress, the coconut, or any gift, or we dress the place in these red and yellow, these hues, it shows the flame. Why the yellow or the red? The flame. You're saying the energy lives here. The person puts on different colors so that the sun must hit the clothes and charge with the energy, with that radiation, so that the energy of the Devi live not only in the place, in the Murti, but on me, in me. Because when the sickness come, it come in here. When the pain come, it come here. When the loss come, it come here. And just as we are celebrating 28, we have to pray for 29 and onward. So everybody put your hand together as we pray as a family this morning. As we ask God, as we wrap up this section, dear Mother, please bless them with, this verse says, give them the principles, the name, the fame, give them the humility to work together. If she has to bow to him, he could equally bow to she. Give them the ability to give charity together, to learn from each other. Mother, we as a family today, we pray together for their benefit. Protect their lifespan. Mana Dehi Jaya Dehi Dwaja Dehi Maheshwari Dharam Dehi Yasho Dehi Shasthi Devi Namo Nama Dehi Bhumim Praja Dehi Vidyam Dehi Supujita Kalyanam Cha Jaya Dehi Shashti Devyai Namo Nama Iti Devyai Cha Samsuta Labhate Putran Priya Brataha Yashi Swayancha Rajendra Shashti Devyai Prasadita. Prem se bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. So, this morning, as we conclude that part, we're going to chant a couple of verses of the Gita Mahatyam to close off. Shanti part. After I do this part, I'll share the mic for you to say a few words. Yeah? Everybody put your hand together. When our prayer is coming to a close, we talk about Bhagavad Gita, we talk about Lord Krishna. And these passages yield the peace. Tomorrow, dear God, we're not going to be here in the Yagyashala. We may not be making prasad. We may not have puja going on. Please bless us. Bless us to be able to transition from our prayerfulness right now to less prayers, less puja. We continue to pray in our heart, but less puja. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dugada Gopala Nandana Parta Vatsa Sudhir Bhukta Dugdam Geetam Rita Mahat Sansara Sagaram Ghoram Tartum Ichhayo Naraha Gita Navamam Sandadya Param Yati Sukane Nama Gita Jnanam Shrutam Tah Shrunuyam Tam Neva Sadeva Vyascha Yoga Muksham Ichha Mudya Atmana Yati Balaka Hastayatam Ye Shrunuvanti Pat Nityam Eva Gita Shastra Ham Nisham Nate Ve Manusha Janina Devarupam Sanshaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. One more time. Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Now let's hear from Anjani as she gives us a little contribution before we head back to do Arti and Ashirvad part and all that.
Sitaram, everybody. So, Mom, Dad, I love you so much. You taught me a lot. I can't begin to describe all the ways that my life you profoundly touched. You taught me morals and values. You helped me reach my goals. And all the things that I learned from you will stay until I am old. I want to thank you deeply for being there for me and for being absolutely, without a doubt, the best parents ones should be. May the divine Devi Mata bless you always. Happy 28th wedding anniversary to the both of you.
Now let me share the mic with Prison Officer 2, Mrs. Beverly McDonald, as she gives us a couple of words.
I think I can speak from here. Pleasant morning, everyone.
Pleasant morning.
Sitaram.
Sitaram.
First, before I say anything to this Harry Cook, I want to tell you, coming here this morning, I was saying, Father God, why it is, you feel like you can have one God, and Baptist have one God, and Catholic have one God. I said, you know what? Just one God. When I came and I met Harry Cook this morning, I said, Harry Cook, I've come this morning because I've come for a blessing. And I want to tell you, I was truly blessed this morning. You know, because when you sat down there and you said about maturing in prayer, I said, that is what my blessing was this morning. To mature in prayer. It's not to pray to get, but it's pray to say thank you. Thank you for the good times, the bad times, the up times, the down times, the in between times. And truly, truly, I give God thanks and praise. I know you have to do why I take the Baptist, right? So this is not new to me. Right? All of this is in my religion. So I am saying thank you, Jesus, this morning. And I thank God for you and for your word because it really resonated with me and rests on my heart. So thank you. That was my lesson this morning. So I want to say, Mr. and Mrs. Harry Cook, may God continue to bless you. May God continue to prosper your way. May He guide you and your child or your children. Child. Well, what? Give God thanks and praise. You know, may He always put people to stand beside you, to talk to you, to guide you, to protect you. And watch me, I tell you, my heart goes up to the next part. Mr. Harry Cook. And I say, I love Harry Cook. And even when you're going through your hard times, sometimes it's not even good for you to know. But you know when you pray and you trust God and you give it to God, He will give more back to you. So again, Sitaram. And in my God, through Jesus Christ, continue to bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. Thank you for that blessing. Now, as part of the procedure, we just want to, we have to get the lotta of water. Lend me the lotta of water. There, stand up now, you go sprinkle a little thing. This is a step where we are asking Lord Shiva for his grace and his benediction. Let me just read the English for you. Dear God, you who we call Shiva, Ram, you are the friend and the master of all. Please protect this person as we anoint, we sprinkle water, cleansing element. Remove distress, agony, pain, suffering. Protect the person from unrighteousness and unrighteous people. Dear God, make me victorious in this life. Make me happy in this life. Make me blessed in this life. Make me prosperous in this life. And bless me to have the vision to see how you work in my life, your role, your critical role in all them things, the victory, the happiness, the blessedness, the good day, the bad day. And when you give me that vision, bless me to talk to you. Dear God, you know, I could have do with extra piece of bread today. I could have do with extra 5 minutes sleep today. Then you start to get very personal with your God. Then you're going to realize that have a time here with God. It have many young people who think God lives in the church or the temple on a Sunday. God is there. God is in the prayer room. God is in the altar room. But God is there with me. And if it is, slowly, as we talk about, as she says, correct, the maturing part, if 28, as we head into 29, make sure your relationship with your God, because that is all you have. Everything else, you could lose it quick and easy. God, make sure and make me victorious, make me happy, make me prosperous, and when the enemy or the forces come, bless me to always win. Always remember that. Everybody just bow your head a little bit. Start from that side and we're coming around, right? Shiva Hare, Shiva Rama Sake Prabhu, Trivirata Panivaran He Vibhu.
Aja Janeshwar Yadav Pahi Mam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Kamalalochana Rama Dayanidhi.
Hare Guru Gajarakshaka Gopati.
Shiva Tano Bhava Shankara Pahi Mam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Guru Me Varam.
Sujana Ranjana Mangala Mandiram.
Bhajiti Te Purusha Paramam Param.
Bhavati Tasya Sukham Paramam Bhutam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Guru Me Varam.
Shiva Hare
Vijayam Guru Me Varam.
Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Prem Savaloma Bhati Mahadeva Ki Jai. So, I'm going to take the family back by the baby just to do some final offerings. And you all going to sing and maybe celebrate a little bit. And then from there we go.
अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। पालय मां, पालय मां,
पालय मां, पालय मां।
अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां।
अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां।
श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी, श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी आनंद रूपिणी पालय मां। आनंद रूपिणी पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां।
अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां।
पालय मां, पालय मां,
पालय मां, पालय मां।
वीणापाणि विमल स्वरूपिणी, वीणापाणि विमल स्वरूपिणी वेदांत रूपिणी पालय मां। वेदांत रूपिणी पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। पालय मां, पालय मां,
पालय मां, पालय मां।
समितादायिनी करुण स्वरूपिणी कन्याकुमारिणी पालय मां। समितादायिनी करुण स्वरूपिणी कन्याकुमारिणी पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। अम्बा परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां। पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां, पालय मां।
राधे 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 गोविंद।
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 राधे गोविंद।
राधे गोविंद।
वृंदावन चंदा।
वृंदावन चंदा।
अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद।
अनाथ नाथ दीन बंधु राधे गोविंद, अनाथ नाथ दीन बंधु राधे गोविंद। हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी, हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी। देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज धासी, देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ
सती निज दासी।
हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी,
हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी।
देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी, देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ
सती निज दासी।
नंदी भेल पर भैत शंभु अविनाशी,
नंदी बल पर बैठे शंभु अविनाशी। धम धमरू
भजावत धया पूजे सुख राशि, धम धमरू भजावत धया पूजे सुख राशि। हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी, हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी। देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी, देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी। जब भास किए प्रभु तीत्र क्षेत्र भय काशी,
जब
पास किए प्रभु तीत्र क्षेत्र भय काशी। नर ध्यान धरत भय योगी यति सन्यासी, नर ध्यान धरत भय योगी
यति सन्यासी।
हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी, हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी। देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी,
देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी।
प्रभु दर्शन के नैन बरे हैं प्यासी प्यासी,
प्रभु
दर्शन के नैन बरे हैं प्यासी प्यासी। जो धाया करे शिव शंकर सते यम पासी, जो धाया करे शिव शंकर सते यम पासी। हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी, हम बोले शिव शंकर कैलाश के वासी। देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी, देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी, देखो घोर भरन लिए साथ सती निज दासी।
राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा, राधा ढूंढ रही
तेरा श्याम हमें मथुरा में देखा।
अरे बंसी बजाते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधा तेरा श्याम हमने गोकुल में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमें गोकुल में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमने गोकुल में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमें गोकुल में देखा।
अरे चलिए चराते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधा तेरा श्याम हमने वृंदावन में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमें वृंदावन में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमने वृंदावन में देखा।
राधा तेरा श्याम हमें वृंदावन में देखा।
अरे रास रचाते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधा तेरा श्याम हमें सर्व जगत में देखा। राधा तेरा श्याम हमें सर्व जगत में देखा। राधा तेरा श्याम हमने विश्वजन में देखा। राधे राधे जपते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधे राधे जपते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने तेरा श्याम देखा। राधे 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 जपते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा। राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा।
हरि हो राम मिलन कम होय अंडे सवाला गे रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कम होय अंडे सवाला गे रहे। आहा धैया रचवा में इंद्रियन पहिया। धैया रचवा में इंद्रियन पहिया। भव के पांत चले ओ भव के पांत चले अंडे सवाला गे रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो अंडे सवाला गे रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो अंडे सवाला गे रहे। वीर पुराण भ्रांत बहुरंजन। वीर पुराण भ्रांत बहुरंजन। पाकर भाल भली ओ पाकर भाल भली पंडित वाला गे रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो पंडित वाला गे रहे। हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो पंडित वाला गे रहे। पाप नशी में जीवन निंदिया। भजन की भोर भई, ओ भजन की भोर भई, अंदेश माला आगे रहे, हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो, अंदेश माला आगे रहे, हरि हो राम मिलन कब हो, अंदेश माला आगे रहे, अंदेश माला आगे रहे।
Everybody, let's all stand as we bring a close to our satsang this morning as we do RT. Put your hands together, and in your mind, I advise that everybody, let's say a prayer for this family. Thank you, Lord, for this morning, that this time was spent in a very personal way, very close circle this morning, and we get to spend time talking goodly and godly things. And this morning, if my words have any value, dear Lord, please bless this home and bless this family with your choices blessing. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam. Music just Deepam grihana devesham Trailokya timidapaham.
सुनो मेरी देवी भगवतवासिनी तेरा पारण पाया, तेरा पारण पाया। सुनो मेरी
पर्वतवासी तेरा पारण पाया, तेरा पारण पाया।
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल।
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल।
ले तेरे भेद चढ़ाया,
ये तेरे वेद चढ़ाया।
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारण पाया,
तेरा पारण पाया।
तुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे,
दुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे,
तुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे।
दुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे।
केशर तिलक लगाया,
केशर तिलक लगाया।
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारण पाया,
तेरा पारण पाया।
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्य,
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्य,
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्य।
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्य। माँ दुर्गा
जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा
जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा
हे माँ दुर्गा हे 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 माँ दुर्गा
जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा जय जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा
Now we're going to have give Auntie the carrier. She go finish Auntie just. Now we're going to have as his anniversary. Give Auntie the carrier. Right? What the mala do? The mala represents the commitment that a person is going to give. That I wish you a sweet time, sweet flowers, sweet scent, good things, flourishment, prosperity. And I commit myself to many more years to come. God bless you with that. Put the flower first frame. Right. Go ahead and sing your song. This is the song they sing in the wedding ceremony when the mala is being exchanged.
सिया दाले राम गले जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला
Auntie now.
जय माला जय माला जय माला जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला जलहा तो श्री राम बनी है जलहा तो श्री राम बनी है लक्ष्मण देवर सही वाला लक्ष्मण देवर सही वाला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला जय माला जय माला जय माला जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला सिया दाले राम गले जय माला
Pawan Putra Hanuman ki jai. All right. Everybody finish RT or it have somebody you could run go and do that first. Everybody, let me put we hand together as we say final prayer and pratna. Dear Lord, by your grace, 28 years have been achieved. 28 years of service, of cooking, cleaning, correcting, standing, advising. Prabhu, this morning we have completed 3 sessions of prayers. For these 3 days we've been laughing and we have done Pitri Puja and we have done different forms of worship. We have shared gifts, we have shared love with all our friends and families, our dear ones. This prayer actually brought us closer together. We thank you sincerely for this opportunity to rub shoulders with people that we love and respect. We thank you that we could share this day in this way with neighbors like ours, with friends and family like ours, in such a positive way. Thank you for all you've given to us as a family. Thank you for all these people that we love so very dearly. Today, as we bring an end to this portion of the prayer, we pray as the Hariku family that may you continue to bless our guests, our loved ones, our neighbors, our friends with 28 years, with many years of happiness. If there's a person that is fighting, if there's a person that is struggling, if a person that is sickly, dear God, from my heart that has achieved so much, bless them to have your presence, your blessing in their life. Give them a ray of hope. Give them a vision of your divinity. Stand with them. We can't be happy alone, dear God. My neighbor's home cannot have trouble, fire, destruction, and my home be saved. For this reason, I pray for everybody. I pray for my street. I pray for my co-worker. I pray for my friends. I pray for everybody. Dear God, bless them with happiness too. Bless them with health. Bless them with many, many anniversaries, many joyous occasions. Bless them all. Tvameva Mata
Pita Tvameva
Tvameva Bandhusya
Sakha Tvameva
Tvameva Vidya
Dravinam Tvameva
Tvameva Sarvam
Mama Deva Deva
Tvameva Sarvam
Mama Deva Deva
Om Shanti. Everybody.
Shanti Shanti Hari Om.
Prem Sabalomapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Pawanaputran Mane ki Jai. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lala ki Jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Sitaram everybody.